Aloha and welcome. My name is Taylor Norris, and I'm the creator of Flower of Healing Reiki, unifying holistic health and spiritual awakening. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you about Samadhi, the ultimate manifestation. In creating and developing this new system of Flower of Healing Reiki, a lot of connecting the dots is happening. And it's integrating my background and my experiences in Buddhist practice, meditation practice, and my experience as well as a yogi since I was a teenager practicing yoga, and then later going to India and receiving training in traditional hatha yoga. So now with Flower of Healing Reiki, I'm really making a lot of connections between the eightfold path of yoga, which is largely translated into Dharmic traditions as well. And I'm seeing how Reiki is integrating much of this eightfold path into this new energy, this Flower of Healing Reiki energy that I'm working with. And I started becoming more and more aware of this connection when repeatedly the consistent results with Flower of Healing were these states of just pure consciousness, bliss, white light, relaxation, nothingness except unconditional love, and feeling completely at one, at ease, together with all that is across time, space, dimension, feeling completely at home and held and nourished and connected, and really a sense of peace, a sense of awareness, a sense of expansiveness that was similar to some Reiki experiences I'd had previously, and similar to some, yoga nidra experiences I've had, shavasana experiences I've had, meditation experiences I've had. But this was coming consistently in Flower of Healing Reiki. And my inquisitive mind's like, what is this? What is this? What is this? And the word that came as my response to that question was Samadhi, Samadhi, Samadhi. Every time I ask Samadhi, Samadhi. So I looked up Samadhi because it's a word I'm familiar with. It's a word that goes around all in yogic and dharmic and Buddhist and meditation and spiritual circles. But I wanted to refresh and read again now that I was experiencing it regularly, and it was identifying itself as that. And so samadhi is a putting together, it is integration, it is a state in which the subject object separation are no more. There is no differentiation, there is no separateness. There is true oneness and true unity and true omnipresence experience within. Where attention is focused inward, concentration is focused inward, and that experience naturally arises. And typically, it's thought to be a result of lots and lots of meditation and yoga and true yoga, not just asana, but like all of the 8 limbs, the ethical portions, the yoga nidra, the pranayama. There's a lot there. The surrender, the concentration, the self-study, the asanas just being part of it. And it's usually thought to be something that comes after a lot of years of that. And I have had a lot of years of that. So I don't want to just like, flippantly talk about this, because I have in this lifetime practiced all of that many years to varying degrees and in varying techniques. And, what Flower of Healing Reiki is revealing to me is that now Reiki energy is meeting with all of that and creating a more consistent delivery of that type of experience and making it, frankly, easier and just accessible to people who did not and do not have the luxury of spending as much time in meditation and practicing yoga and everything that I've done. For your everyday normal life person who's busy and has various responsibilities, obligations, juggling a lot, the need is so great in this modern world to have spiritual practice and spiritual realization be a bit more accessible so that we can turn this thing around a little quicker. In the old days, the need was not such that we needed to turn anything around too terribly quickly, but the need now is such that we're being met with this much help. The need is great, the help is great. The need is greater, the help is greater. There are enough people asking for, truly with their sincere heart desires, soul desires, for spiritual help, and are open to receive that help and willing to work with whatever that help is and not judge the form of it, but bring it into form, develop it, come to know it, use it, test it, experience it. This is what is increasingly available because the need is so great. And each of us have slightly different needs and experiences and histories and desires. So we each are asking for different things. And this is answering a very deep desire within myself to help create heaven on earth within each of our lives, each of our bodies, each of our lives, and outwardly manifested. And Samadhi state is part of that. Experiencing Samadhi, experiencing that oneness, experiencing that state of heaven on earth, union with the divine, with your authentic self, your higher self, the source of all that is, the divine by all its names, however that works for you. All that is the universe, the great being of the universe, the great cosmic being, goddess source, God source, any name you pick. We need that experience, and that is one of the most valuable things we could have. And coming from a culture, a society, a humanity that's operating largely with this do, act, masculine driving force, go out and get it. If you're not super busy, you're like a loser. You're not doing life correctly. it can be hard to even take the time to actually invite this sort of experience into your reality. And what I'm experiencing in the Samadhi states is like, this is the most valuable thing you could possibly have, because in cultivating this experience in a relaxed state, it's able to increasingly translate into life and actually change your energy field. Samadhi changes your energy field. I mean, particularly with Reiki, because we know that's what it does. It's biofield energy. It's working. Also, I've been making the connection to plasma, the fourth state of matter. I think Reiki directly works on plasma, this fourth state of matter. That is my suspicion. When we experience these higher frequency states of being in Reiki, these states of Samadhi, it totally changes our energy field, our frequency. And it makes it such that that subject-object differentiation is not present in our energy field, so that what we desire is no longer outside, it really is inside. Our very energy field. Again, you want to talk about finances and like real assets, your energy field, this is a real asset. I was learning about a different kind of crypto the other day, and the real asset term came up. I was like, ooh, I like that. And realizing like your energy field is your real asset. This is the best real asset you could possibly have, is changing your frequency, changing your energy field so that you literally, magnetize what you want, because it's real and present, fully embodied, fully realized within you. This is powerful stuff. That's why I'm calling it the ultimate manifestation. I actually found an article, because I did do some reading about this too on Deepak Chopra's website. And one of the headings was that it's the ultimate manifestation. I was like, I really like that, because it is, when that subject-object differentiation, me and that which I desire, when it's no longer separate, it's all inside, because of these experiences of Samadhi, these states, that reality, it transforms the plasma, it transforms the biofield such that, yeah, it can't be outside you anymore. That's not the reality of your energy field and your experience. That's the thing. That's another thing I love so much about Reiki, is none of this you have to take as truth, coming from outside. So much of Reiki is giving direct experiences so that you know that you know that you know, as one of my raw food teachers says, you've had the experience, so that you do know that you know that you know, and that cannot be taken away from you when you have that experience. And my goodness, okay, like when you have it so many times, it becomes very impossible for that to be taken away from you, because it's like, yeah. Yeah, it is. I also love reading so much, a little bit about the yoga, and how they're talking about how the eightfold path described by Patanjali is to dissolve different aspects of the ego self. And one, it was like a conditioned ego, a cultural ego, had different terms for it. And this again connects so well with what Reiki energy is doing, is it's not dissolving the ego such that, you can't be a human anymore. That's not the point. But Reiki is removing these layers of the false ego, like the culturally created self, the conditioned self, the dormant self, the shadow self, healing these layers that make that separateness between subject and object so real. It is the nature of these layers of conditioning to make that subject object differentiation like it's a reality, it's unquestionable. That's how it is. When these layers stop being there and dictating your perception, your awareness, there is like way less between you and that perception of being your authentic self, being your higher self, understanding that you're the creator of your reality, and seeing your energy field just like create your reality in really marvelous ways. So yes, many different beautiful connections. I'm so grateful there's like another system for people who aren't hardcore yogis, who are actually really doing the 8 limbs. That is so beautiful if you are, but a lot of people are not going to do that. A lot of Westerners are not going to do that. And so having a way to access a lot of that realization in a modern context in a way that is appealing to your average, Western mind and the Western conditioning too. It can be a challenge to start accessing 8 limbs of yoga with all these Sanskrit words, can't pronounce, I don't know what it is. And having that direct experience and starting to be curious. A lot of flower of healing Reiki is making a lot of this more like esoteric, super disciplined. It has to be hard. You can't get enlightened in this lifetime. It's pretty much impossible, releasing these layers, because these are layers of conditioning as well. So if you're resonating with these words, I invite you to my group event that's coming up on the 3rd quarter moon. And I will be guiding us through a flower of healing Samadhi technique, the ultimate manifestation. And it's essentially combining yoga nidra with Reiki journey techniques in this completely new form that is extremely powerful and potent. So I invite you to come to this event. It is by donation. The donation is only $11. I invite you to my website, taylornorrisreiki.com. All of the details are there, and there's no prior Reiki experience necessary for anything that's offered there. Everybody is welcome. All humans are welcome. All beliefs, all backgrounds, traditions, etc. It's come as you are. You have your own experience, and I honor and respect you. In the namaste, right? Namaste. Aho, amen, namaste, and so it is. This stuff is so valuable. I'm realizing increasingly.